Protein is essential for putting muscle on your body and for maintaining the current muscle that you have. So my recommendation to clients typically is that they are over 100 grams of protein per day, which can be a lot for certain clients who aren't even eating close to that. Most people, when I have them track their protein, are really only getting 40 grams in. So to go from 40 grams to over 100, it's hard to do. So I personally have somewhere between 120 grams a day to 140 grams a day. You should be trying to eat about a gram of protein per pound of the weight you would like to be. That will help your body composition start to change. Then, people inevitably are going to say, well, how many carbs should I be eating, or how much fat should I be eating? And I really don't get into that with my clients, because what I find is that once they start hitting their protein for the day, they're not hungry, they're not filling up on the carbs like they used to. So their fat and carbs just naturally fall into place. If I have a client who is hitting their protein for a month straight and nothing is really happening in the body, the next thing I might look at is their fiber, which is also going to be their carbs, and see what's happening there. So I don't really get too much into the nutrition of the sense of like what you should be eating. You're adults. You know what to eat. You know what's good for you. You know what's not good for you. You want to try to be having whole foods. You want to be trying to have more lean forms of protein, chicken, steak, eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. I have a lot of egg whites. I eat yogurt. I eat cottage cheese. Those are the things that keep me on track. I do use a protein powder. Lately, I have been putting protein into my coffee in the morning, which I've enjoyed. That's another way that I'm getting protein. My recommendation is that you try to get almost 50 grams of protein in the morning in your meal, which I know sounds hard to do. Like for myself, I'll have like 2 whole eggs, half a cup of egg whites, 3 pieces of turkey sausage, and a cup of strawberries. That's like a typical breakfast for me. So it's not impossible to do. You just maybe won't be able to have those home fries. The great thing about protein is it's going to cut down on your cravings, because you're going to feel more satiated throughout the day. So you're really not going to be craving the potato chips and the other things that you're having that are derailing you. If you start your day with high protein, it's going to be easier to hit your protein throughout the day instead of, trying to chase it down at the end of the day when you're already kind of full and you don't really want to have this huge meal before bed. So I recommend that you try to get as much protein in that first meal, and then you can kind of taper off as the day goes on, which you naturally will, because you'll feel fuller anyway and you just won't be able to take in so much food. The other thing that I want to explain is, muscle really, really does matter. So for every pound of muscle that you have on your body, you burn an extra 6 calories a day. For every pound of fat that you have on your body, it's 2 calories per day. So if you are 50 pounds of muscle, that's 300 extra calories a day that you're burning, as opposed to if you are 50 pounds of fat, that's 100 calories a day that you're burning. So when you go by somebody's BMI, someone who has 30% fat is going to be burning less than someone who only has 20% fat. So it really is significant in over time. Like if you add that up by a week, that's a significant amount of calories that your body is burning for you just by having muscle. So one of the reasons why I think weightlifting is king, and why I think keeping your muscle up and maintaining it and even increasing it is really superior to doing hours of cardio. I would much rather have my muscle be doing the work for me. I would much rather have more muscle so that my metabolism is burning at a higher rate and letting my body do the work for me so that I don't have to kill myself in the gym. So that's another thing to realize about muscle, because those numbers don't lie. Over a week, someone with more muscle is burning way more calories at rest than someone who doesn't have as much muscle. So just something to keep in mind as you're, putting together your fitness regimen on what you really should be prioritizing. As far as weightlifting, what I'll say about weightlifting is, listen, pick heavy shit up, put heavy shit back down. When heavy shit becomes too light, pick heavier shit up. I mean, weightlifting is really, it's not that hard. So, go enjoy the gym. I hope that all of this information has helped you. And if you have questions or you want to train with me, you can always reach out to me. Thanks.